Hello everybody! I have to make my own amusement, I'm afraid. Firstly, if a big furry hairball jumps up on near me or next to me, that's my dog Betty. Okay, I want to, before I do borderline personality and talk about each individual trait at another time, I thought this would be really useful to people who think the same things, and we do think the same things, but we think we're the only ones. This is about intrusive thoughts. This is about, you know, those feelings and thoughts you get where you may be at the top of a building and you know you stand there and you have that urge to jump off the side, or if you're driving in a car, maybe you have an urge to swerve into a wall. You know, that's not uncommon. It's actually it's an intrusive thought. But people that don't have mental health problems dwell on the thoughts. We think that we're bad people. We think we shouldn't be thinking these things. We're worried that we might do what we're thinking about. But like I said, people without mental health issues, they also get the same thoughts. It's just they can brush them aside. We obsess about them. But I'm hoping that if you've heard of, or if you've had these thoughts about these, there's a few, but I think it's helpful because, like I say, I had these thoughts for, well, I mean, I still get them. But I never told anybody for probably 25, 30 years. I didn't want to tell anybody. I thought I'd get arrested. I thought if I told anyone in my family, you know, I'd be looked at horribly. So we'll just start and tell you what this is about. This is 293 students with no mental health issues. They've not been diagnosed with any mental health problems at all. 193 females and 98 males. So, driving into a window, 13% of these people, don't forget, of these 293 people. So this is a percentage that they're feeling, okay? 13% female, 16% male, sorry. Running the car off the road, 64% female, 56% male. Hitting animals or people with a car, 46% female, 54% male. That's of these 293 people, yeah, no mental health issues. So can you imagine if we did this and we did this with somebody with mental health issues? I mean, I know what, when I look at this, it just, so many things pop up. Swerving into traffic, 55% female and 52% male. Smashing into objects, 27% female, 40% male. Slitting your wrist or your throat. Now I've felt like doing this. I've never actually done it. I've self-harmed, but I've never slit my wrist. I've never slit my throat. But the wrist thing, I get the thoughts, but know more so how to deal with them now. The first thing I do is realise that I'm not the only person that thinks of these things. So if, you know, even if there's one other person in the world that feels like it, you're not alone. Jumping off a high place, as I said before, it's about the same. 40% female, 46% of males. That's one that I don't like, going to the top of a building near the edge, because I think I am going to jump off. I know deep down I'm not, but I don't like that feeling. Fatally pushing a stranger, 17% female, 34% male. This is something that used to keep popping into my head when I worked down in London, when I used to take the tube all the time and there was somebody standing in front of me. Get this intrusive thought to give them a nudge. You'd never do it. It's not something that I'd ever do. It's an intrusive thought. So it comes into my head, I dwell on it, I obsess about it, I think too much about it. I think I'm a bad person. My depression hits me even worse. Jumping in front of a train or a car, 25% female, 29% male. Pushing a stranger in front of a train or a car, 8% female, and over double that male, so it's 20% of males. Pushing family in front of a train or a car, 5% female, 14% male. Hurting strangers, 18% female, and I'm not surprised really, 46% of the males with no mental health issues had this intrusive thought. I just want to keep on reiterating that. This is people with no mental health issues. Bumping into people, 37% female, 43% male. I'm not surprised, to be honest with that. Insulting an authority figure, 34% female, 46% male. Don't forget, this is the thought of doing it. This isn't you actually standing there and shouting insults to a policeman, or just standing shouting willy-nilly insults at people. These are thoughts. Insulting family, 59% female, 55% male. Hurting family, 42% female, 50% male. Choking a family member. Who hasn't thought of that? Well, not many people. 10% of females, 22% of males. Stabbing a family member, 6% female, 11% of males. That's not stabbing them, that's the thought. It's the intrusive thought that just comes into your head from nowhere. Accidentally leaving the heat or the stove on, 79% female, 66% male. I thought that would be quite common. Home unlocked or there's an intruder, 77% female, 69% male. I thought that'd be higher than that, to be honest. Taps left on and that you flooded your home when you obviously go out and you have that horrible thought. It's whether you act on it or not. If I have that thought, I always act on it, so I have to come home and check. But it's an intrusive thought, so it can be dealt with. Swearing in public, 30% female, 34% male. I thought that'd be higher. Breaking wind in public, 31% female, and good old men on 50%. Throwing something, 28% female, 26% male. Causing a public scene, 47% female, 43% male. I'm only smiling because you've got to. I can't just sit here miserable anymore. I need to do something about it. And I hope I'm doing the right thing. Breaking a window, that's quite low. 26% female, 43% male. Wrecking something, 32% female, 33% male. And the last one is shoplifting, which I thought would be quite higher than this. 27% male, 27% female, 33% male. So, as I said again, and I'm just trying to hit it home to you, you are normal with having these thoughts. Everybody gets them. like I said, we don't know how to deal with them. We dwell on them. We think about them too much, and then we scare ourselves and think we're bad people because we're having these thoughts. The first thing that we need to do is to understand that, like I said, you're not alone. Whatever thoughts you've had, somebody else has had them. Guaranteed. 10 times worse. But we don't act on them, so that's the main thing. Yeah. So we need to learn how to push them aside when we get them. I'm not going to say if we get them, because we get them all the time. So hopefully this has helped, because I think it's really important for people to know, because it might relieve some of that anxiety you have inside of you. I've had some terrible intrusive thoughts, you know, and before I actually found this out, I thought I was a terrible person. I didn't want to tell anybody, but when I did, I felt so much better. You know, you don't have to tell a psychologist. You don't have to, you know, talk to a therapist. Talk to me and anybody else that wants to talk. Obviously, we all need therapy, so I'm not saying don't see a therapist. What I'm saying is you can't get much better help than speaking to people that have the same conditions and same feelings as we do. So that's it anyway. I hope it makes sense, and I hope it's helped. That's it. Okay. I will do the next one. Is going to be about borderline personality disorder. So if you want to talk anything, if you want me to talk, or you want to talk about alcoholism, drug addiction, if you want to talk about bulimia, PTSD, you know, just speak up. That's all it takes. Okay? Thank you. Have a fantastic day and a fantastic week. And like I said, you're not alone. Really. Lots of love from me to whoever needs it and whoever wants it. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.